Hey folks, it's Carrie and welcome back to my channel. I have several stories today out of some different subreddits including Idontworkherelady, Entitled People, and of course the staple of this channel, Entitled Parents. Let's begin. Our first post is by M31T Down and is called, "You weren't waiting to park, lady, you were parked." I'm giddy with excitement to finally have a story to share here. I feel like it's some sort of rite of passage. While this is an entitled parent story, the fact that she's a parent is really just background information, as the kid never spoke and didn't even appear until the very end. As this just happened about an hour ago, this is pretty much verbatim how it all went down. So here's what's up. I got off work and remember I need a couple of things from the store. Not enough to warrant a full-on trip to the grocery, rather I opt to stop at a gas station / quickie mart on the way home. Now it's almost rush hour, so I'm pulling up, all the parking spots are full, and one car is parked in the middle of the lot. Not in an actual marked parking space, out of the way of traffic, as you do. I was originally going to pull up next to them when a car pulls out of an actual parking spot near the door. Sweet! I just pull in and go inside. I enter and grab a small basket by the door and begin shopping. As I'm placing a bag of milk into my basket, a nasally whine that sounds almost Valley Girl interrupts my thoughts. Did you just steal my parking spot? Sure didn't, I absently reply and walk away to go find the ketchup. Hello, you totally pulled into my spot. I was waiting and you totally stole my spot. She prattled to my back, following me around like a mosquito hungry for blood. Oh, was that you parked in the middle of the lot? I ask.
Yes, you butt. You stole my spot. What the heck, man?
You were motionless. Your lights were off. You weren't waiting to park, lady. You were parked. I attempt to explain as the ketchup and mustard join the milk in the basket.
Just because I had it in park doesn't mean I was parked. Why the F did you steal my spot?
After hearing that masterpiece of reasoning, I turn and look at her dead in the eyes. What exactly do you think is going to happen? Do you expect me to drop what I'm doing and move my car? Forget about it. You were parked, and instead of coming inside and shopping, you chose to sit there with your lights off and just assuming that everyone else in the world knows your intentions. If you wanted the spot, you should have had your blinker on. Without giving her a chance to reply, I turn on my heels and head to the register. She just scoffs and growls a shrill, "Ugh," and leaves the store. Crazy chicks are crazy, man. What can I say? Anyway, I pay for my little purchase and head back to my car. I reverse and turn, pulling out of the spot, when the crazy chick suddenly guns her engine and floors it, missing my front bumper from scant inches. She fails to stop in time and crunches her front bumper on the concrete pylon that was placed there to protect the propane tanks from idiots like her. I see her get out of the car and pull a toddler out from the back seat with her. At this point, I roll down my window. So you ditched your kid, ran inside a store to yell at a stranger, didn't even do your shopping while you were there, and then you crashed your damn car? I shouted over the noise of steadily building traffic.
F you, jerk!
Truly, the words of a poet. I'm not sure she heard my whole sentence, because she shouted pretty much as soon as I got the word kid. Whatever, that totally made my week. Edit. Seems a lot of folks are thrown by the concept of a bag of milk, but yes, where I live, you can buy milk in bags. It's a fairly common thing in the northern US and Canada. Our next story is by Worm Lives Matter. Guy thinks I work in a store with a kid on my shoulders. I was shopping for food before camping when the power went out in the store. I put my 3-year-old on my shoulders because it was pitch black, the emergency lights didn't come on, and after 10 minutes, the power didn't come back on. So we forced our way out the closed automatic doors, and a guy in the crowd of people standing outside asked, "When y'all open?" It was like 3 p.m. I looked around thinking an employee came out, but it was just me. I told him the power was out, and you should ask the lady, an employee kind of standing in the entrance of the grocery store, making sure people didn't leave with carts full of food. As I was walking away, he asked again, "Y'all opening soon?" I just kept walking. Our next story is by Sloppy BJ69. EM thinks she owns her daughter's dorm room and can control who comes in. I used to work as a desk assistant in a dorm room building for my university. Basically, my job was to help if a student locked their key inside or wanted to put a work order in. One day, I sat down for my 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. shift, and I see a very irritated, middle-aged Karen approaching me. I knew it was family weekend, and that's why she was probably in there, but I didn't know what would come next. Also, if anyone's ever stayed in a dorm room, you know that they're not that large, usually. Cast: EM, entitled mother, me, D, poor daughter, H, husband. EM: can you help me? Can you help? Me: maybe. What seems to be the issue? EM: me and my husband are trying to sleep, and our daughter's roommate is up, and her roommate's boyfriend stopped by and left his shoes on the floor. Me, thinking, why the heck didn't you get a hotel? Well, ma'am, half the room belongs to her roommate. I can't stop them from being awake at 8 p.m. I can't even leave this desk. EM: well, you need to get someone here right now. That fan fixed this. Her roommate knew we were staying, so we need that room. Me: her roommate has a right to be there and is under no obligation to leave. If anything, she's being nice by not complaining that you're taking up her space. D enters crying. D: Mom, stop and come outside right now. I told you you wouldn't like this, and you didn't listen, and now you're ruining this visit. They both go outside. H enters. H: please tell me I'm not the only one whose wife did this. Of course I am, mutters about they should have gotten a hotel as he goes outside. In short, a mom thought she could kick her daughter's roommate out of the dorm room so that she and her husband could use it as their personal hotel. I feel sorry for everyone but the mom. Actually being in the room must have been a nightmare. And I still wonder to this day where she wanted the guy to put his shoes other than the floor. Update: my first gold. Thank you, stranger. This story is by Gadget's dad. Park illegally because it's too much effort to park in your own drive, so you block another person's driveway and car? Karma is a B. Many years ago, my parking spot was in a lot with alley access. My new neighbors across the alley had the brilliant idea to park in the alley by their back door instead of on the street. They blocked my car in several times. I would go over and talk to them to no avail. Woman said she had 3 small kids and it is so difficult to park on the street, and I could park on the street instead of using my parking spot. She didn't know that I drove a tow truck for my father's business, and we did frequent business with the city. Got permission to tow cars from the alley. Next time they parked in the alley, I called my dad. He came with the truck. We went through all the city protocols and then some. Posted the notice on their door. City issued ticket. The look on her face when they came to get the car was priceless. We could not release the car until the ticket was paid, so they had 5 days of storage on top of the tow fee. I am adding several apparently crucial details that I left out for the sake of brevity. Several Redditors lack reading comprehension skills and seem prone to conjecture. A. This was 1981. B. This was not a single mother. Only an imbecile could conjecture this. They were well-off, married couple with 2 vehicles. A 1980 Chevrolet full-size sedan. I think it was an Impala, which the woman drove, and a brand new 3/4-ton Chevrolet truck that he drove. They both worked. They owned their house. The reason the woman parked in the alley was because the snowmobile trailer blocked the walkway between the house and the garage. It is so hard to get these 3 kids into the house. That's why I park in the alley. I seriously doubt my actions stranded them, and I stole food from her children. C. This was a 1-lane, one-way alley. She would drive a block going the wrong way to park behind their garage and by their back gate. On more than one occasion, the garbage truck could not get down the alley to collect garbage or had to go down the alley the wrong way and back up almost an entire block. D. All tow truck drivers and towing companies are not thieves, and those that think that are not idiots. E. My father was a cash only for tows because of the amount of NSF and stop checks he'd received. The other facets of the business were cash, check, or credit. There was not a check verification system in 1981. F. She blocked me in several times, and the day she got towed, she refused to move her car and told me to walk to work, or better yet, just don't park in my driveway so she could park illegally in the alley. They were warned several times by the city previously. G. There was a city ordinance in place that didn't allow alley parking as it hindered city vehicles. There was also an ordinance in place that the impound lots could not release vehicles until the tickets were paid. We did not keep her car out of spite. H. I tried being very civil with them and was pretty much told to F off. She was parking where she wanted to. Therefore, it was extremely satisfying when we towed her car. To reiterate, this was not a one-time situation. She chose to block me in my own driveway instead of parking in hers. I was trapped by the illegal actions of another. In closing, I posted these details as a result of the nasty comments based solely on poor reading comprehension and poor reasoning skills of the posters. Our final post is by Omission Soft the Omen. You need to change seats with me, aka there's a Karen on my plane. This happened about 7 hours ago. We haven't landed yet, and I'm still getting major stink eye. My husband and I are on a trip to Europe for his work. I have really bad joint issues, and my husband deserves the special treatment, so I surprised him by upgrading to the little first-class pods, the ones that lay flat. The plane configuration is 1 pod next to the window and 2 pods in the center, separated by a short wall. My husband and I are in the center pods. As I sat down, I felt a tap on my shoulder. It was a Karen in the pod to my right, wears the manager haircut and all. Her.
You need to change seats with me.
Me? Huh?
Her. You're traveling alone. I want to sit next to my husband.
She motions at a guy sitting in front of me. Now, there's an age difference between my husband and I. The assumption is always that I'm a gold digger. The funny thing is, we earn the same. Me. Oh no, sorry, I'm traveling with my husband. And I point to him in his pod. Her. Rolls her eyes.
You don't need to sit next to each other. It's just one flight.
Me. I guess that means it's okay for you to stay there. I put my headphones on and thought that would be the end of it, but no. She then called the flight attendant and told her to tell me to change seats. Bless the flight attendant. She shut her down fast. Miss Karen, there's no available seats in this class, and Miss Omissions has no obligation to switch. I do have 2 seats together in economy class if you'd like to move back there. Karen has been glaring at me for 7 hours now. That's all the stories I have for today. I'll leave links to the original Reddit posts in the description. If you like my content, please like and subscribe to my channel. Please hit the bell notification to let you know when I've uploaded new videos. Thank you for watching and have a great day.